What's up, guys? So I'm at my mother's house, and this is a chef knife I got my mom a while back. It's actually a San Mai, and the core steel is heat treated to like 62 HRC. It's just a simple steel, but we're going to sharpen it up for her because it is rather dull. I can actually see, you know, some a little bit of edge damage and stuff, but of course it should be, right? She's been using it, which I absolutely am very happy that she has been using it. She's been taking good care of it too, because she's been putting it back in the box instead of just tossing it in the drawer with the other knives. So we are going to put a new edge on this, and we are using, I brought my resin bonded diamond stones from VENEV. So these are very expensive stones. You don't have to use stones like this. And technically, I don't either on a steel like this. These are really good for like super steels. This is a simple steel, but it still works great for simple steels. And cuts them really, really fast. That's the beautiful thing with diamonds, is they just cut so fast. So I did notice that the tip was a little bit bent before we started. I did straighten it out a little bit. But where are we at? Let's check out our bevel. Yeah, I can see a couple little nicks in spots. And what's cool about these chef knives when you're sharpening is you can get that nice little pinch right there, which can help you hold your angle. Because when I'm hitting right here, like for me to hold it like this is very easy for me to go back and forth without going like this. So I can lock in right there, and I can feel exactly where I'm locked in. Now all I gotta do is move my elbow back and forth with my shoulder, and then I can also lean my body in and out, in and out. And when I want to get to the tip, as I'm coming across, I just barely lift my elbow. So because when I lift my elbow, I can get to the, see right here, if I lift my elbow, I can get to the tip. If I drop back down, I get back to, you know, back towards the heel. So right now I'm at the heel, so my elbow is low, and as I come across, I'm going to lift my elbow. But like I said, I'm also moving my body and my shoulder a little bit, but what I'm not moving is my wrist, because I want to keep that angle locked in. Move the camera a little bit so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Watch my body. Move forward and back. Forward and back. See how I'm barely moving my elbow? It's more of just a leaning in and leaning out motion. And I'm locked in place. So I'm not fluctuating my angle, because I want my angle to stay perfectly flat as it's going across the stone. Oh yeah, we already got a burr on this side. So now I can show you guys. I'm going to flip to the other side, slamming her. So now I'm going to knock the burr off, and watch. I'm going to go very gentle. It's very easy. Just knocking it over. Now watch how the way I go on this side. I have the pinch locked in place. There's my angle. Now as I'm coming across, just barely lifting my elbow just a little tiny bit. But I'm kind of using my shoulders in this direction and my elbow. My elbow's kind of dragging it back and then up. Just that little bit, but my wrist is staying locked. I'm not going like this with my wrist. I want it nice and locked in place. That way, my angle stays the same. So, you got the burr on this side. I'm gonna knock it over and repeat. And I'm gonna do the same thing through the next two stones, and I will see you guys here in a second, because I'm going to show you guys how to do the burr removal. I'm going to do the exact same process on this side. I'm going to go to another stone, do the exact same thing I just did, and then I will have my final burr, and we'll come right back for that. Okay, now I am to my final burr. So I've worked on this side, got a burr this way. Worked on this side, flipped the burr back over. So now the burr is on this side. So now I can chop it off with this stone. I'm going to use this one. It's a finer grit. This one's about 600. This one's about 1200 grit. So It's sometimes a little bit easier and nicer to remove the burr on a harder stone or on a little bit finer. You don't have to, but it works really well for me. So what I'm gonna do is now, like I said, the burr is like this. It's wrapped over the edge. So now I need to do a very gentle reverse pass. There's no pressure involved in this. I just need the apex where the burr is to touch that stone and then basically do a stropping pass, just like that. It's super gentle. I kind of do a J pass because that's the way I do my strops. It just kind of helps get the tip. And then I'll go back on the other side and do the same thing. No pressure because I don't want to change my scratch pattern. You know, I put my scratch pattern in on the edge already when I set my bevel and as I went through the stones. So I have the micro serrations. Ooh, that's very sharp. I got the micro serrations I want already on my edge. I just want to strip that burr off and reveal the scratch pattern that I put on there. I don't want to change it. If I put pressure, that will change that. So here, let's actually do, we got a roll of paper towels right here. Let's do the paper towel chest. Let's see how sharp we got this. And we haven't even hit a strop yet. I got a strop though. Look at that. Whoo! That is sharp, boy. Let's hit it on the strop a couple times. So this is stroppy stuff. It really didn't even need, the burr popped off so nicely that I didn't even need to strop, but stropping just reassures that you have removed all the metal particles that could possibly be hanging on to the apex from the burr removal. Whoa, yeah, that actually made it quite a bit sharper. Watch this. Wow, look at that. Holy cow, that is sharp. Wow, my goodness. Yes, that is incredibly sharp. I could float through this paper. Look at that. So we got my mother's chef knife that her son, me, got her. So now she's got a nice sharp knife. So next time she's cooking some dinner for her children and grandchildren, she'll have a damn sharp knife.